Hey guys, what was that intro? Hey guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books, la 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 la. Okay, that was totally different than anything I've done before. Welcome to my, what should I call this one? My Midsummer, big, huge, fantastical, spectacular, but yet mystical, magical book haul. That's not even gonna fit in there. I don't know what I'll call it, but anyway. I have some books I bought because I've been waiting to go book shopping. So here's the story, you guys. I'm obviously not anytime soon gonna read all of the books that I buy in my book haul videos, but I'm kind of addicted to buying books, and I always have been. And I was kind of like going through my books, and I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was kind of like just counting. And like just out in the open here right now, I probably have some 300 books that I've never read. And I continue to buy books, and I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna read all these books, right? And then like I'm setting this goal for the next year that I'm gonna read like a book every other day, which is like some 150 books. So I realistically could get these books done in the next year and a half, even if I continue to buy books. So I'm not even gonna feel bad about it. And I like to introduce you guys to books that I found that maybe you know something about. And then you guys tell me like, read it, don't read it, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm gonna continue to buy books. And if I read them, I read them, and if I don't, I don't. But there's a lot of books here that I'm really excited about talking about. So, before we get to that, though, I want to say, I went to the mailbox today, and I got a postcard from Simon at Savage Reads. And I'm not going to read it to you because it's very, very personal. But anyway, he gave me this postcard that's like from an old London guide. Do you see that? And he said that he thought this would be perfect for me to use while I'm reading Harry Potter. And I was like, oh my God. I haven't sent him a postcard yet. So anyway, I'm going to get on that this week. And I'm also going to get a post office box, P.O. box. I mean, not a safety deposit box for my jewelry. You know, I've already talked about that. But anyway, yes, I'm going to do that. Oh, by the way, if you guys are not watching my channel, my other channel that I link below, go check it out. I'm doing a video a day for a year. I'm talking about like everything I do with my life. It's kind of been very sad and depressing so far, but if you really want to see what I'm really all about, you can go there. But today I did a TMI tag video of like 50 things that you want to know about me, and I actually tagged a booktuber on there. So I now have my postcard for Milla and my postcard for Simon, and I have 2 bookmarks. And I'm hoping by the end of the year, my stack is this high, guys. The other thing I wanted to say is, and this should be in my end of week book too, but I'll do that later, is that I have, okay, this is so funny. So I introduced the whole Chuck Palahniuk class that I'm going to do starting September 1st, and that we're going to read S.E. Hinton's books in August, and then in the spring semester, we're going to do Kurt Vonnegut. Literally, you guys, I have 30 people that have signed up already for this class. I mean, like, seriously, why is Harvard not hiring me for their literature program? Like, I should be a college professor. Like, I am so ingenious with this. I mean, are they even teaching Chuck Palahniuk somewhere in the country? And if they are, can they pronounce his name? Anyway, 30 people have signed up so far for this. I'm so excited about it. I'm kind of like coming up with all these ideas of what I'm going to do. So if you want to join it, email me. My email is below. Go watch the video. It's called Being Schooled on BookTube. And yeah, let's get right into these videos. Okay, or these books. So, my first book that I bought, and this is really corny and cheesy, I know, but somebody commented, we were talking about, like, I was talking about, like, books that I read when I was growing up as a teenager, and there weren't any books. I cannot remember for the life of me, Mother Pearl, anyway, who said this, we talked about this, but somebody, and they mentioned the V.C. Andrews books. Okay, my friends and I were obsessed with V.C. Andrews in high school. The Flowers in the Attic series was amazing, all the way back to Seeds of Yesterday. I mean, these you guys were like the ultimate series back in the day that you had to read. And then the second series, I think, was called Heaven. And the third series was called Dawn or Ruby. And they each of them had like 4 that went forward and then 1 that went back to the very beginning, like before the story even began. Oh my God. And then the standalone that V.C. Andrews wrote was called My Sweet Audrina. Now here's the story. There's a whole documentary on V.C. Andrews. If you guys haven't seen it, it was on Netflix for a while. I don't know if it's still there. About how she's like, okay, they made this whole like very creepy thing up about her, about how she like lived in this wheelchair and she like left manuscripts upon manuscripts upon manuscripts to be written years later. I mean, the woman has been dead for like 50 years and we're still coming out with series. Thus, Della's Crossing, which, I mean, actually, I got this at Half Price Books and it was published in, I mean, this is how many books this woman has written. Do you see these series? You could start V.C. Andrews' series right now and not finish reading them for 10 years. Anyway, her books are very, very spooky. The movies do them no justice. I absolutely love them. My Sweet Audrina, the standalone, is probably my favorite. I have to say Heaven is my favorite series. They're so, so good. So V.C. Andrews, I don't know about Della's Crossing, but I'm going to try it. Obviously, she's not even writing the books. So anyway, the next book I got, and I've been wanting to read one of his books for a while, and I never have. I keep on looking at the monitor. Is Christopher Moore's A Dirty Job. Have you guys read anything by him? I mean, I think the covers are absolutely beautiful. I really wanted to read his first book called The Stupidest Angel, so I think I may try to find that and read it first. But do you guys know anything about this guy? Okay, so there was a series, I think it was on Showtime, called Dead Like Me, and somebody compared these books to Dead Like Me, and I love that series about the girl that dies and then she's like a grifter. So anyway, like I want to read these books, but I don't know where to start or if they're even any good. Can you guys please tell me in the comment section below if you've read Christopher Moore, author of You Suck and Lamb, and what you think. Okay, next book I bought. Oh, I got this at the Meyer book sale, was The Future of Us by Jay Asher. He's the one that wrote 13 Reasons Why, which I really liked. I thought it was very well done. I thought it was depressing, but a fantastic read. So this is his second one. I don't know much about it. It takes place in 1996, and then like, okay, wait. And no, maybe it's about, I don't know, 15 years in the future, and they're all on Facebook or something. It's about social media. So I'm real excited about reading it. I mean, like, look at the pages. They're like so big. It's like you could get through this in like really easy. So I'm going to read that soon. Okay, the next book that I'm so excited about reading is brand new, and I just got it at Barnes & Noble. It is called The Cemetery Boys by Heather Brewer. She is a New York Times bestselling author of what? I don't know. But anyway, I'm so excited. Do you guys keep on seeing I'm rubbing my nose? My beard is so long that I like need to trim it like crazy. Okay, so I have been looking at this book for a while. Madeline Rue, the New York Times bestselling author of Asylum, says dark, twisted, brilliant. So anyway, I've been wanting to read this for a while. It's about this guy, and I think he moves into a new town, and his mom's like, I can't pay bills, and he becomes friends with his brother and sister, and they go to the cemetery a lot. My friends and I used to go to the cemetery a lot when I was in high school. Oh my God, my beard. So anyway, I'm super excited about reading this book. It's like something sinister. It has the word sinister in here. Sinister. Did you guys see those movies? I love those movies. Okay, the next book that I am going to read, because it is on my, okay, I think I'm going to read this soon, and actually, I want to do a read along with this with somebody. It's called Gracefully Grayson, a novel by Amy Polanski. And it says Grayson Cinder has been holding on to a secret, and Grayson's secret is that he is transgendered, or she is transgendered. And it says, for what seems like forever, he is a girl on the inside born into the wrong person's body. The weight of his secret is crushing, but sharing it would mean ridicule, scorn, rejection, or worse. Despite the risks, Grayson's true self itches to break free. Will new strength and support from unexpected places be enough to help Grayson step into the spotlight she was born to inhabit? And you know, I love, love, love books like this. Please don't come down on me for saying he when I meant she. Okay, you guys, I wasn't thinking when I said that, so I apologize. I'm usually always appropriate when it comes to that term because I've been very educated on that. And have many friends that are transgender. So anyway, I'm super excited about reading this book. I think it's an important young adult book to be out there. I hope it's done well. I hope it's told well. I hope it's educational and not just a fun read, but I definitely think that we need more trans books out there, especially for young adults. This actually even kind of looks like middle grade, you guys, a little bit when I look at it closer, but a lot of it is told through letters and diary entries, I think. So anyway, I don't know anything about this author. This is praise for Gracefully Grayson. Let's see, nobody really that I know said anything. But anyway, I'm really excited about reading this book. I think it's also a really cool cover too. Do you guys see it? So anyway, what if who you are on the outside doesn't match who you are on the inside? Let's see what happens. Okay, and then the next book that I bought, and I got this at Half Price Books. You guys, I got some books really great on sale, and this was $1.99, is Replay by Kim Grimwood. Okay. Let me just tell you that this book is one of my all-time top 5 favorite books I have ever read in my entire life, okay? And I don't want to tell you too much about it, so I'm just going to read the synopsis. But like, I have read this book like twice, and I've given it to so many people and recommended it. And what's so funny is, when I found this book, this is like the exact copy I had when it came out. And I was like, I wonder if this is one of the books that I loaned to somebody and they sold it to Half Price Books. So anyway, here it is. A phenomenal time-tripping adventure as exciting as Back to the Future, as romantic as Peggy Sue Got Married, which you guys probably don't even know what those are because you're way younger than all this, but those were two of my favorite movies. What if if you could live your life over and over again? What if you knew the course of history before it happens, like Kennedy's assassination, the World Series, the stock market? Well, if you're anything like Jeff Winston, whose midlife heart attack plunged him into a 25-year time warp, you'd probably become the richest, most powerful man in the world. Or maybe, if you met another replayer like the beautiful Pamela, you'd learn the true meaning of timeless love. Either way, the possibilities are endless. Most of us would die for a chance to replay. Oh my God, it's so good. I love this book. Okay. The next book that I got, because everybody talks about this on BookTube, and it's really interesting because if you watch the unpopular opinions tag, it is the book that I think most often gets mentioned as the book that most people don't like, but I loved, which is interesting because so many people say that on the unpopular books opinion tag that I'm like, I don't hear that many people say they didn't like that book, and that is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I am not loving that I got the movie cover, but you know, I did not like the Twilight books. I didn't dislike them. I thought they were a great story. I thought they were painfully written. But I thought Stephanie Meyer is a great storyteller. My best friend actually read this book and really, really liked it. I heard the movie's not good, but I'm really excited about reading the book. And I think that her books are actually, as long as they are, really quick to read. So leave your comment section below and let me know what you think. If you go right now to Barnes & Noble, you can also get these J.K. Rowling bookmarks that have every Harry Potter book listed on the back and his 8th epic story coming out this month. So, yeah, and then these corny ones. You guys know I love bookmarks. Send me bookmarks. I mean, if you're going to send me a bookmark, just write a personal check. $1,000 will do. You can buy more books or go on a vacation to Mexico. Anyway, the next book that I got as a recommendation of Adam and Memento Mori, he's been talking about Muriel, you're horrible. If you know what that comment is, if you know what Muriel, you're horrible, is from, I want you to write it in the comment section below, and the first person that nails it is going to get a little special treat from me. Okay. Or maybe it's not Muriel, you're horrible. I think it's Muriel, you're terrible. Do you guys know what that's from? I love that movie. Anyway, okay. So I got The Public Image by Muriel Spark. I did not want the Prime and Miss Jean Brodie, so I looked everywhere for this. I had to go to 2 different half-price books. I think the cover is absolutely beautiful. Don't you think that's cool? Annabelle Christopher is every inch the star, a glamorous actress with a devoted, handsome husband. To keep the paparazzi and her adoring public under her spell, her perfect image must be carefully cultivated, whatever the cost. Beneath the facade, though, her husband cannot bear Annabelle or their vapid, I love that word, existence. Envious of her success, and with a sense of drama far greater than her own, he stages a scandal that even Annabelle will find it a challenge to recover from. I'm not a public reader. And it's a really short read, you guys. It's only like 156 pages, and I think it's darling, so I can't wait to read it. Okay, the next book I got, and don't ask me why, I have no idea, but it's Texas Summer, a novel by Terry Southern. I don't know anything by Terry Southern. I do know who Rip Torn is, who wrote the preface. Rip Torn was, I don't know if he's still alive, I don't think so. An incredible stage actor, but in many, many movies. He was married to Geraldine Page, I think. I'm almost positive. Geraldine Page, who is in Trip to Bountiful. If you've never seen that movie, go get it today. Trip to Bountiful is probably in my 1 or 2 top favorite movies of all time next to Kill a Mockingbird. I love Trip to Bountiful. But anyway, this is a boy that's a farmhand, or works on a farm with his dad. His dad has a farm. And he's kind of merged into this community with these African-American, like, farmhands. And the guy takes him around and he meets everybody in his family and friends. And it says right here, sensitive and understated Texas Summer evokes a time and place with the same sensitivity one finds in Hemingway's Nick Adams stories. This edition includes a new preface by Rip Torn. I just cannot imagine that this book is not fantastic. Is the author of several collections of stories including Red Dirt Marijuana and Other Tastes. What a great title for a book! Or a band. Okay, next book. Let's see. Now, if you're going to follow along with my Chuck Palahniuk course, you better start buying your Chuck Palahniuk books. And so I did. I don't know where my copy of Invisible Monsters is, but this is the Invisible Monsters remix, which apparently has, like, inserts? That's not a word. Has, what's the word that I'm looking for? Is new introduction and intertwined with pieces of Chuck Palahniuk's real life. So anyway, I'm real excited about this. I'm not gonna tell you anything about it. And the last book I got on the dollar book section. Have you guys read this book? If you have, I mean, it's ginormous. And 889, I'm never gonna read this book, you guys, never. It is 898 pages, look at that. And it's called The Swarm by Frank Schutzing. And it says right here, are you ready for this? Ultimate summer read recalls the best of Michael Crichton and Stephen King, who is like, Michael Crichton is probably my all-time famous like pop writer, like that you would see like on the bestseller list. I absolutely love him. So this is what I'm gonna read. So yeah, that's my Midsummer Fantastical Mystical Magical book haul. What do you think? Do you want any of them? Have you read any of them? Okay. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.